Welcome to Growth Through Thought. Today we explore the invisible chains binding our minds in this modern age of digital distraction. We live in an era of unprecedented comfort, yet we find ourselves battling a silent epidemic of anxiety, emptiness, and profound dissatisfaction. Decades ago, the visionary author Aldous Huxley penned a chilling warning about a future where humanity is enslaved not by pain, but pleasure. Unlike other dystopian visions that predicted rule by fear, Huxley foresaw a world where we would learn to love our own servitude. In his masterpiece, the government does not need to use force because the citizens are kept permanently distracted by endless, shallow entertainment. The primary tool of control was a substance called soma, a perfect drug that offered an instant escape from reality and suffering. Whenever life became difficult or stressful, the citizens would take a holiday from reality, drowning their consciousness in a warm, chemical bliss. Today, we might not have soma in a pill form, but we carry a digital version of it in our pockets everywhere. The smartphone has become our modern delivery system for instant gratification, providing a constant stream of dopamine to numb our daily anxieties. Every notification, like, and comment triggers a chemical reaction in our brains, training us to seek more of these brief digital rewards. We have voluntarily surrendered our freedom and our ability to think deeply in exchange for these momentary flashes of amusement and distraction. Huxley argued that a prison without walls is far more effective because the prisoners do not even realize they are actually incarcerated. The infinite scroll is designed to bypass our rational decision-making, keeping us trapped in a loop of consumption without any fulfillment. We are drowning in a sea of irrelevant information, exactly as Huxley feared, reducing our capacity for sustained attention and critical thought. This is the attention economy, a system where your focus is the raw material mined and sold by the world's largest corporations. The smartest minds of our generation are working tirelessly to hack your psychology and keep you glued to the screen for longer. We have become like lab rats in a global experiment, constantly pressing the lever for another hit of information or social validation. Psychologists call this phenomenon the hedonic treadmill, a cycle where we constantly chase new pleasures but never reach lasting satisfaction or happiness. We adapt incredibly quickly to positive changes, meaning the thrill of a new purchase or a viral post fades almost instantly. This adaptation mechanism drives us to seek more intense stimulation, just to feel the same level of basic satisfaction we felt before. Like junk food for the body, cheap dopamine is junk food for the soul, leaving us bloated yet starving for real nourishment. The modern world is engineered to keep us on this treadmill, running faster and faster while remaining in the exact same place. Our ability to sit with ourselves, to be alone with our thoughts without external stimulation, is atrophying at an alarming rate today. This constant fragmentation of attention prevents us from entering deep flow states, which are essential for true creativity and meaningful work. Great achievements require sustained effort and focus, qualities that are being eroded by our addiction to the quick fix of digital noise. We compare our behind-the-scenes reality with everyone else's highlight reel, leading to feelings of inadequacy and a distorted view of life. The pressure to present a perfect image creates a deep disconnection between who we really are and who we pretend to be. Social media promise to connect us, yet we are facing a crisis of loneliness, isolated in our own personalized digital bubbles. We have become servants to the algorithm, allowing lines of code to dictate our moods, our opinions, and our perception of reality. Deep reading and complex thinking are becoming rare skills, replaced by skimming headlines and reacting emotionally to clickbait designed to outrage. The media landscape thrives on negativity bias, knowing that fear and anger keep you engaged longer than hope or nuance ever could. We are raising a generation that has never known a world without this constant stimulation, rewiring their developing brains from a young age. To reclaim our minds, we must first acknowledge the severity of the addiction and the sophistication of the trap we are in. The antidote to this digital soma is not just to disconnect, but to reconnect with the tangible, slow, and difficult real world. This brings us to the wisdom of Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor who found light in the darkest of places. Frankl argued that the primary drive in human life is not pleasure, as Freud suggested, but the pursuit of what we find meaningful. In his seminal work, he observed that those who survived the camps were often those who had a purpose to live for. True satisfaction does not come from ease or comfort, but from the struggle to achieve something that matters to you personally. We often mistake happiness for the absence of struggle, when in reality humans thrive when they are challenged by worthy goals. Pleasure is fleeting and fragile, disappearing the moment the stimulus is gone, whereas meaning provides a resilient foundation for our entire existence. Meaning is often found in responsibility, in taking on a burden for the sake of others, or for a higher cause. This requires the discipline to say no to the easy impulse of the present moment in favor of a better future outcome. The paradox of life is that discipline, which feels like a restriction, is actually the only path to true and lasting freedom. If you are a slave to your impulses, you are not free. You are merely a puppet pulled by the strings of desire. Freedom is the ability to choose your response to any situation, rather than reacting blindly to your immediate cravings and instincts. Taking back control starts with small acts of resistance, like curating your digital environment and setting strict boundaries for your attention. It means choosing the pain of discipline over the ease of distraction, knowing that this pain is the currency of growth. We must cultivate moments of silence and solitude, allowing our minds to wander, to reflect, and to process our own emotions. The good news is that our brains are plastic. We can rewire them to find joy in slow, meaningful activities once again. Real connection happens in the analog world, through eye contact, shared presence, and the nuances of voice and body language. Engaging in physical tasks that require patience connects us to the rhythm of nature, which is far slower than the digital world. When we step away from the screen, we remember that we are part of something much larger than our online avatars and profiles. Huxley warned us of the danger, and Frankl offered us the solution: to stop asking what we want and ask what life demands. Every day, you stand at a crossroads between the easy path of consumption and the difficult path of creation and purpose. The choice is yours to make, but remember that a life of cheap pleasure is often a life completely void of meaning. Look at the people you admire most. Their lives are defined not by how much they consumed, but by what they contributed. Be the flame that burns with purpose, rather than the moth that is mindlessly attracted to the artificial lights of the screen. Waking up from the digital slumber is painful at first, but the reality that awaits you is vibrant, rich, and truly yours. It starts with the courage to switch off, to disconnect, and to face the silence that so many of us are afraid of. In that silence, you will hear the voice of your own intuition, guiding you toward what you are actually meant to do. Life is not meant to be a series of dopamine hits. It is a continuous flow of experiences, both good and bad. Embrace the frustration of learning something new, for that frustration is the feeling of your brain expanding and your skills growing. Growth is a slow process that cannot be rushed or hacked, contrasting sharply with the instant speed of our digital world. Invest your time in relationships and legacies that will outlast you, rather than in digital content that disappears in 24 hours. There is a profound peace in realizing you do not need to know everything that is happening in the world right now. Reconnect with your senses. Feel the rain, smell the coffee, listen to the wind. These are the textures of a real life. By practicing mindfulness, we shift control from our primitive reactive brain to our higher rational mind that seeks long-term well-being. Find a hobby that requires your hands and your full attention, something that produces a tangible result you can touch and hold. Libraries are sanctuaries of focus. Visit them to remember what it feels like to be in a space dedicated to thought. Physical exertion is one of the best ways to reset your dopamine levels and remind your body what real effort feels like. Just as we choose nutritious food for our bodies, we must choose nutritious information for our minds to stay healthy and sharp. Curate your social circle, both online and offline, to include people who inspire you to grow rather than just entertain you. Rodin's thinker is not checking his phone. He is engaged in the difficult, solitary work of processing the world around him. Do you have a plan for your life? Or are you letting the algorithms plan your day for you, minute by minute? You are the captain of your soul, but only if you take the wheel and stop letting the currents drift you aimlessly. Curiosity is the engine of growth. Keep it alive by asking questions and seeking answers in books and nature, not just Google. There is dignity in understanding how things work, in being a producer and a fixer, rather than just a passive consumer. Pleasure is like fireworks, bright and exciting, but gone in a second. Meaning is a lighthouse, guiding you safely through the storm. Service to others is the quickest way to escape the trap of self-absorption that social media tends to amplify in us. Unchecked emotions can be destructive forces of nature. Discipline acts as the channel that directs this energy into something constructive. Just as a dam channels wild water to create electricity, discipline channels your raw potential to create value and character. Mastery is boring. It requires repetition, patience, and the willingness to be bad at something before you can become good. The applause comes at the end, but the real victory was won in the thousands of lonely hours of practice beforehand. Pressure is not your enemy. It is the force that transforms the coal of your potential into the diamond of your character. When you are fully engaged in a difficult task, there is no room in your mind for anxiety or trivial distractions. A disciplined mind is like a still lake. It reflects reality clearly, whereas a chaotic mind distorts everything it perceives. Saying no to the good allows you to say yes to the great. Sacrifice is the price of admission for excellence. Your values are your compass. Without them, you are lost in the wilderness of other people's opinions and expectations. We pass on our habits to the next generation. What example are you setting with your own relationship to technology and focus? We have built environments that distract us, so we must build personal fortresses of solitude to protect our cognitive resources. Turn off the notifications. Reclaim your right to decide when you check your device, rather than letting it summon you. Keep your bedroom a sanctuary. Charge your phone in another room to ensure your day starts and ends with your own thoughts. Start your day with sunlight and movement before you expose your brain to the chaos of the internet and the news. Gratitude is the antidote to the hedonic treadmill. It teaches us to appreciate what we have rather than craving what we lack. Capture moments with your eyes and your heart, not just your camera lens. Some memories are meant to be felt, not posted. Perspective is everything. From a higher vantage point, the petty dramas of social media look insignificant and unworthy of your time. Meditation is not about stopping thoughts. It is about noticing them without judgment and choosing not to engage with every single one. It takes courage to be different, to choose a slow life in a fast world, and to value depth over breadth. Your time is the most limited resource you have. Once spent, it can never be refunded, no matter how rich you become. At the end of your life, you will not regret spending less time on the internet. You will value the real moments. Build your life brick by brick. It is slow work, but a house built with care will stand long after the trends fade. Resilience is the ability to grow even in difficult environments. Do not let the concrete jungle of technology stifle your natural growth. Natural endorphins from exercise and achievement feel better and last longer than the cheap dopamine from a screen ever could. A healthy mind is capable of wonder, of complex analysis, and of deep empathy. Protect it as your most valuable asset. Return to the basics. Cook your own food, make things with your hands, and engage with the physical world every single day. Write a letter instead of a text. The effort you put in conveys more love and care than an instant message ever could. Give people your full attention. It is the greatest gift you can give, telling them that they matter more than your phone. You hold the key to your own cage. The door is not locked. You simply have to decide to fly out. The air is fresher up here, away from the smog of information overload. Breathe it in and remember who you truly are. We are meant to be part of the flow of life, not isolated observers watching it pass by through a glowing rectangle. Teach the next generation the value of patience. If we do not, who will show them that waiting is not a punishment? Humanity gathered around fires for thousands of years to share stories. We need to reclaim that communal, focused space today. Start with the small discipline of making your bed. It sets the tone that you are in charge of your environment. Escape into the mind of a great thinker through a book. It is a far better journey than the infinite scroll. Bring order to your mind, and your life will follow. Chaos in the mind leads to chaos in your external reality. Balance is not a destination. It is a constant practice of adjustment. Do not expect to be perfect. Just keep trying. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Learn the pace of nature, and you will find peace in your work. Self-worth comes from within, not from the number of likes on a post. You are valuable simply because you exist. Deep roots are needed to withstand the storms of life. Shallow roots, fed by instant gratification, will not hold you up. Life is a long hike, not a sprint. Pace yourself, enjoy the view, and do not forget to look up. Awareness of others is the first step out of the prison of self. Look around you. Someone needs your help today. The storm of addiction can pass. The sky of your mind can be clear again, if you are willing to do the work. Visualize your future self. Is that person scrolling on a phone, or are they creating, leading, and living fully? Animals live entirely in the present moment. Watch them and learn how to be here, right now, without worry. Harness the winds of change. Technology is a tool, like the wind. It can drive you forward if you set your sails correctly. Make sacred spaces in your life where technology is not allowed. The dinner table should be a place for human communion. Art demands time to be appreciated. Slow down your gaze and let beauty penetrate your soul, rather than just glancing at it. Your actions have a ripple effect. By reclaiming your attention, you inspire those around you to do the same. Create something that did not exist before. The act of creation is the highest form of rebellion against a culture of consumption. Be like bamboo, flexible yet rooted, able to sway with the winds of change without breaking or being uprooted. The view from the top is earned, not bought. The struggle of the climb is what makes the destination meaningful. Express gratitude to the people who have helped you. It strengthens bonds and reminds you that you are not alone. Clear your space, clear your mind. External order supports internal clarity and reduces the cognitive load on your brain. Be a lighthouse for others. In a world of confusion, be the person who stands for clarity, focus, and purpose. The legacy you leave is in the hearts of those you love, not in the digital archives of a server farm. Do hard things on purpose. It calluses your mind and prepares you for the inevitable difficulties that life will throw at you. Think several moves ahead. Instant gratification is a losing strategy. Long-term vision is how you win the game of life. The ocean does not need to be liked or shared to be magnificent. It just is. Learn to just be. Rest is not a waste of time. It is a biological necessity. Prioritize sleep over late-night scrolling for better mental health. Turn towards the light. Seek out what nourishes your soul art, nature, connection, and turn away from what drains you. Reclaim the art of doing nothing. Boredom is often the precursor to creativity, if you do not kill it immediately with a phone. Seek real joy, the kind that bubbles up from within, rather than the synthetic amusement that comes from a screen. We are stronger together. Support each other in the fight for mental freedom, creating communities of focus and purpose. You have the potential to be so much more than a consumer. You have the potential to be a creator of your destiny. The road ahead is open. It is not paved with likes and shares, but with real experiences, real pain, and real love. Pass on the light of awareness. Share this message, not just by sending a link, but by living it as an example. It is time to stand up. Shake off the lethargy of the digital world, and step boldly into the arena of life. The universe is waiting for you. Do not miss the miracle of existence because you were too busy looking down at your hand. Choose reality. Choose pain. Choose love. Choose meaning. Choose to be fully, unapologetically, and authentically human in a machine world. Thank you for watching Growth Through Thought. If this resonated, subscribe and join us on the journey toward true mental freedom.